Hey guys, welcome back. This lesson is 5-7 multiplying fractions, and this lesson is not going to go over the visuals of it or what multiplying fractions means. All I'm doing on this video is I'm just going to show you the computation part of multiplying fractions, and then I'm going to show you the shortcut. We will spend time in class talking about the visualizations and what it actually means. All I'm doing here is computations. So we'll start out with 2/3 times 1/4. Notice I use the dot in the middle. That's what we really need to use. Since in algebra we use a lot of x's and stuff like that, that's what we need to use. So that dot means multiplication. So 2/3 times 1/4. Now again, all I'm doing is computation. So literally all you're going to do here in multiplication of fractions, you don't need to do a common denominator. All you need to do is multiply across. So you're going to multiply across. 2 times 1 is 2, and 3 times 4 is 12. So your answer is going to be 2 12s. But then you can see, since both of those are even, you're going to need to divide by 2, divide by 2. So what your answer is going to be is 1/6. Now I'm going to show you the exact same problem, except for this time I'm going to show you the shortcut. So it's 2/3 times 1/4. Now, whatever we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top. Now watch this. At the end of this, you notice both of these numbers are multiples of 2. One's on the top and one's on the bottom. So eventually, what you're going to get is 2 12ths, but you can divide them both by 2. Well, actually, what you can do as a shortcut is you can divide them both by 2 right here. So 2 divided by 2, we're just going to cross that out, and that becomes 1. And then we're going to divide, since we divide the top, we're going to divide the bottom. So we're going to divide 4 divided by 2, and we're going to get 2. And then we can multiply across. 1 times 1 is, of course, 1. And 3 times 2 is 6. So our answer would be 1/6. That is the shortcut way of doing it. So I'm going to give you another problem, and I'm going to show you how you can use it. So our problem is 3/8 times 1/3. I'm going to show you both ways to do it. So the first way you could do it is 3 times 2 is 6. Just multiply across. 8 times 3 is 24. Now what you can see here is that 6 actually goes into 24. We can divide them both by 6. So we would get 1/4. Now the shortcut of that would be, if we wanted to just cross out these 3's and divide them both by 3, and that'd be 1 and 1. And then, hey, 2 goes into 8, we could divide them both by 2, so that'd be 1, and that would be 4. And then we do 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 1 is 4. So those are the two different ways. I want you this time to do it whichever way you prefer, and you're going to pause and solve. So the problem is 2/5 times 3/4. Pause and solve. Okay, the first way we could do it is just multiply across. We would get 2 times 3 is 6, 5 times 4 is 20. So we'd get 6 20ths. Now that has to be simplified, so you would divide them both. 2 goes into both of them, so I'd divide them both by 2, and what I would get is 3/10. Or you could have done the shortcut way. 3 and 5 don't go together. 2 and 4, you can divide them both by 2, so that would be 1, that would be 2, so we would get 1 times 3 is 3, 5 times 2 is 10ths. Now, on problems like this, it's not too hard to do it this way, but I'm going to show you the next problem. I highly encourage you to do the shortcut method. So the next problem is 4/21 times 7/10. I want you to pause and solve. Okay, so if you just do multiply across on this one, you're going to get 28 210ths. Now, those aren't easy numbers to work with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend I never did that. I'm going to do my cross-out method here. So if you look at these ones, 7 and 21, 7 goes into both of them. So I'm going to divide them both by 7. This one becomes a 1, and this one becomes a 3. Then 4 and 10. What can I divide both of them by? I can divide both of them by 2. So this one would be a 2, and this one would be 5. And then my answer is going to be 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 5 is 15ths. 2 15ths is already simplified. If you do all your crossing out, you'll know already it's simplified, and so your answer is 2 15ths. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave you one problem, and you need to solve this problem for tomorrow. And that'll let me know that you did your homework. So this problem is 3/7 times 14 15ths. Solve that problem for tomorrow. We'll see you then.